Number 9, Jimmy Butler. In this regular season, 21, 6, and 6 on 59% true shooting. And in this playoff run, in classic Jimmy fashion, 27, 7, and 5 on 60% true shooting. 4.7 restricted area makes on 71% shooting. That's fantastic in this postseason run. 1.6 mid-range makes on 41% in the mid-range. That's pretty damn good as well. Takes care of the basketball exceptionally well. He's never had a single postseason where he's averaged over 3 turnovers per game. There's nothing exceptional in the averages. When we look at Jimmy Butler's numbers throughout even in that 2020 playoff run, the one that he went to the finals and came within 2 wins of the title, there's nothing exceptional going on there in the averages. What happens with Jimmy Butler is one of the strangest things that I've seen in the game of basketball. On any given night, and it's unlikely, it's about a 1 out of every 4 chance, but on any given postseason night, he is capable of elevating his game to a level that is rivaled only by the all-time greats. He is a guy that on the vast majority of nights plays like a top 20 NBA player. But on any 1 out of every 3, 1 out of every 4 playoff games, he plays like a top 5 NBA player. I've never seen anything like it. It doesn't make any sense. In this playoff run, he scored 40 plus 4 times. He also scored 15 or less 4 times. In the 2020 finals, he scored 40 twice. He scored 40 in game 5 to extend the series and then scored 12 in the elimination game. That's just kind of the way it is. You saw it in this Boston Celtics series. It was like damn good at the beginning of the series, horrifically bad in the middle of the series, and then otherworldly good at the end of the series. It's a magic power. I have absolutely no way to describe it or explain it to you. It's just playoff Jimmy Butler. It's a phenomenon that I cannot possibly explain to you. He doesn't shoot the ball well enough consistently. He has legitimate weaknesses in his game that are the reason why he's a top 20 player, not a top 5 player. But those weaknesses just disappear and he becomes mini LeBron in these massive playoff games on occasion. I guess if I had to try to explain it to you, I would say it's a couple of those specific playoff things that I've always valued, right? Like strength. He's strong, so he succeeds in the physicality of the playoffs. He's a good playmaker in the right setting, although it does, again, nothing exceptional playmaking in the averages. But then he turns into a guy who can get you 12 assists a game in the right setting, right? He's clutch shot making. He can make plays at the end of games. That was a huge deal in the 2020 finals. Obviously, he's an impact defensive player. He's turned into, in the Miami Heat, like ball pressure system, he's turned into a menace. And then just the power of supreme irrational confidence. When Jimmy Butler gets in an arena with LeBron James, he thinks up here that he's every bit as good as LeBron James. That's obviously insane, but that's what he thinks. And when you couple that with all those things that I just laid out, you get a playoff Jimmy performance. You know, but if he could figure out how to keep his body healthy and to shoot the ball consistently well, I do believe he would be a consistent top 6 or 7 player in the NBA, a full-blown superstar. But those are the things that end up being inconsistent for him. His body pretty consistently breaks down as the season progresses, and his jump shot leaves him in a lot of important moments. But I have a ton of respect for Jimmy Butler. You know, again, that supreme confidence is everything. Like you've seen DeMar DeRozan be a better regular season player than Jimmy pretty consistently throughout his career, but then he'll get in an arena with LeBron James and he'll immediately kind of shrink and fall apart mentally. And then you'll see Jimmy Butler be like, nah, screw that. I'm better than this guy. You know, it is Heat culture personified. Everything about the Miami Heat franchise and what they've tried to do with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler is the embodiment of that, and he's kind of the perfect guy to lead their charge. As far as the Heat go, they need more offense. I mean, that was what ended up ultimately holding them back. I think they would have absolutely made the finals if they had one other guy who could create his own shot. Like I said yesterday, I don't really see a realistic path to them getting Kevin Durant, yet the Heat keep getting mentioned in that conversation. God knows why. I would be targeting Donovan Mitchell if I was the Miami Heat, because I think that's actually an achievable player that they can get with the current assets that they have. And that's a much more interesting player to put in the backcourt alongside Jimmy Butler as a real scoring threat. I also think that Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley would get him to commit again to the defensive end of the floor.